Good morning, Mrs. Ambrose. How are you?
Can you stop it? Was I supposed to do that?
Yeah.
I was supposed to do that.
But you
Sorry.
weren't, so I didn't do it for you.
That's okay.
You can edit it out. Just
We'll
start
edit
over
that,
again.
okay. Good morning, Miss Summers.
Good morning, Miss Ambrose. I'm so glad we're here today.
Yay, good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Great. So today, we are going to discuss some really cool things about some books that we're going to be looking at. But first, we're going to get started with our warm-up song. Okay? Miss Summers, will you go press play?
Okay, I will. Everybody can stand up.
Everybody stand up. We're going to loosen up a little bit. Y'all remember this song? We do a lot before reading time.
If you really love to read, clap your hands. If you really love to read, clap your hands. If you really love to read, let me hear that funky beat. If you really love to read, clap your hands. If you really love to read, stomp your feet. If you really love to read, stomp your feet. If you really love to read, let me hear that funky beat. If you really love to read, stomp your feet. If you really love to read, shout yee-haw. Yee-haw! You really love to read, shout yee-haw, yee-haw! If you really love to read, let me hear that funky beat. If you really love to read, shout yee-haw, yee-haw!
Are you ready to get real crazy and do all three?
Here we go! If you really love to read, do all three. Yee-haw! If you really love to read, do all three. Yee-haw! If you really love to read, let me hear that funky beat. If you really love to read, do all three. Yee-haw!
Yay! Good job! That was so fun. Okay. So Miss Summers is going to tell us kind of what our goals and directions are for
I
the
love
day.
books. Today's goals. All right, and you can let me know how you feel about this by giving me a 1, like, oh, that's going to be really hard for me. Just put it right here close to your chest and keep that private. Or 2, like, I think I might can do that. Or 3, like, I got this in the bag. I know how to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is learn that we can sort books. So I can, repeat after me.
I can
sort books.
Sort books.
How do you feel about that? Do you think you can sort books? Because we know what sorting is. We do sorting in math, but now we're going to actually do sorting with books. So this is going to be a little bit different. We're taking one of our favorite things, books and reading, and we're going to apply something we do in math to books. All right, the second thing we're going to do is I can have a conversation about books with my partner. And we've talked a lot about conversations with our partner and how we're going to use our voices to classroom level, how we're going to take turns, and how we're going to listen. So be thinking about those things when you rate yourself. So repeat after me. I can have a conversation about books with my partner.
With my partner.
Think about how you feel about that. Let me see. You feel pretty good. Okay, good. I love the way you guys are rating yourselves. All right, so we're going to talk about the direction of that, but first, I'm going to do it with my partner. Will you be my partner?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So we have a set of books. What do you think? Oh,
So we're going to take our set of books. We're going to model this for you, and then you're going to do it with your partners. We're going to take a set of books. We've got a lot of these little books here, and we're going to figure kind of how to categorize them. Think of 2 ways you can categorize your books. And so we're going to go over some ways that you might be able to think about how to categorize by looking at the picture that you see, or maybe if you want to read the title, what you think that book might be about. So let's look at our books. We've got, I know, your birthday manners.
I see a lot of balloons on this book. I see a monkey, so
I see
just
circles.
animals.
I see circles.
And circles and animals.
And Halloween, that's a holiday. So then we'll put that
Yes.
there. Happy birthday, frog.
Let's
There's a frog
animals.
with a birthday cake, so I'm thinking that's his
And I
birthday.
still see some more balloons. I
And
see balloons and balloons.
So, you know, we might put those books together, because they look like that might be
Because
about
that's
the
balloons
same,
and animals.
same topic.
Yeah.
And this one looks like it has hearts and a cat. So it's got an animal, it's got
Hearts
shapes.
are shapes and balloons are shapes. So, and holidays, that's hard. That's kind of tricky because it could go over here for holidays with
could.
Halloween, but then it could go over
Because
here.
Valentine's Day
Yeah.
could be represented by hearts. Let's think of some other ways. We've got to organize them by color. We've got purple here. We've got
A lot of
orange, a
orange.
lot
There's
of
a lot of
orange,
orange
a lot of
books.
orange.
Yeah.
Any kind of way that you can think of with your partner to look at the picture and think of your own ways that you can categorize. And some books you might find can actually have be similar to both categories.
Yeah. Let's take the ones we already used and show what we're going to do with that
Yes.
information. We could keep sorting this all day. There's so many ways to sort books. But if we went ahead and started with what we have with the animals and the balloons, I mean, this is holidays, right? What we need to do is think about how we were sorting them. So we said, this is a what? We learned this in math. This is a Venn diagram, and we use it for sorting, but we're not sorting like we usually do in math. We're sorting our books. So we've got to have up here the title of our two sorts. So we were saying, well, we talked a lot, but we're going to just choose maybe the first way we said. We were talking about animals and shapes. So I'm going to put the books that have animals. And shapes. These books will go over here. Animals and shapes. And over here was it
Holidays.
Holidays. No animals or shapes really on these books. Shouldn't scare you.
Well, it
looking.
does have a cat in it, so you
Oh,
could
that's true.
almost,
It does.
it
We
almost
could do that.
overlaps.
But first of all, I guess if we put the animals and shapes over here, and this is hard to see, but yeah, we would put the animals and shapes here and then the holidays there. But what she just said was that one could maybe even kind of go here because it does have animals and shapes in it, so we could put that one in the middle. Does that look pretty easy? Any questions about what we just did?
Everybody think that they can do their own sorts with the books that you have? Each of you are gonna work in your partners and take a few of these books out of your basket and decide for yourselves by talking with your partner. Have a good conversation with your partner about books and what you see in the pictures and maybe even what you can read in the title.
So, but the first thing you're gonna do is choose a partner.
You remember how we go to choose a partner?
Watch us.
Will you be my partner?
Will you be my partner? Yes.
Yes.
I would love to be your partner.
Good.
Number 2, sort books in at least 2 ways. You might end up with 3 like we had. Is there a wrong way to sort the books? No, you can come up with your own. There's not a wrong or right way, as long as you can explain your thinking. Number 3, have good conversations about books. And number 4,
Let's make a Venn diagram. You're gonna put your books in whatever category that you come up with. And don't forget to write your title of each sort at the top. And you've got your
And
pencils or markers.
yeah, number 5 will be
Share your diagram with the class. You're gonna share it with your partners and discuss, and then you're gonna share it with the class.
just like we did.
Okay?
We'll be coming around to
Alright.
monitor you, help you, and listen to your good conversation.
I'll leave it out.
I'll be your partner.
Okay. That one
Good job.
has some
Pickles.
toes.
It has food.
Fingers.
Those are pickles.
And yeah,
Water.
and dancing.
Dancing and pickles.
Dancing and
Maybe
pickles
this
and
one
dogs.
This one
could be
has some
pickles and
fingers.
dancing.
Pickles and dancing.
So you can put books with
and
hands.
dogs, and maybe animals, like animals.
Very good thinking. I like
Um,
what you're coming up with.
But
This
this
is
one,
green too, like the pickles.
This one's outside and this one's outside.
but it doesn't have
okay.
any dogs or
Mhm.
dancing.
That one doesn't
So it
have
goes over.
Yeah.
fingers or outside.
This
That's
one's
also
green.
green.
That one has fingers.
And it has green and it has like grass.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
like-
like
and it's outside,
grass
so
That's
that,
with
grass.
dandelions.
we could put that one in the middle maybe.
Oh, you think it goes, I think it goes
Yeah.
right there.
Maybe outside.
Outside?
Outside books.
Outside books.
How do you know
And this
this
one
is
has half
outside?
of
I think
a
cause it has the
frog.
grass and the sky maybe.
Are
Oh, is
pickles
that
made
what
from
that is?
frogs?
Maybe, cause of leaves, I don't know.
No, but my uncle eats frogs.
Oh, okay.
That one's
So maybe we
outside,
could put
right?
it here.
Interesting. We might want to write about
Conversations
that
going
later.
on.
It's an animal,
Good job.
Fingers.
We could put it there with animals.
but it doesn't have any grass, so it's over here.
Outside, yeah.
There's food too.
A lot of good questions.
There's food
And an animal.
and an animal, so I think maybe this one.
Yeah. And you don't
There's-
have to use all
This
of it.
is nature and
We did, ours are
Yeah,
outside.
it's like a
and
yard
then,
and
ones that have hands or
and
fingers.
flowers like a dandelion.
And we
but-
found some that are both.
So it
Oh
doesn't
my
go in.
goodness.
I just
Okay,
want
so
to
you're
do
gonna
that.
put the title of hands and fingers up there. That'll be
Maybe
great.
try to sort
Everyone's
one
gonna
more
love to
book
hear
or a
about
couple
that.
more books. You don't
So
have to
I
do
guess
all
you're
of
ready to
them.
go ahead and write
And
your
then
titles
we'll,
now, aren't
Oh,
you?
okay.
Good job.
It had butterflies just like that,
fun.
but is where
So would this
it's
be
it's in the yard, but it's not
And this
green.
will be
And that's
hands
here.
and fingers?
Yeah, and they're gonna go ahead and
Who
Well, but the
did
pictures are
title for the
green,
Oh.
like the yard.
Maybe this one too.
it is really hard to decide which way.
Teacher, can we look in the books?
We are gonna do that at the end. Thank you for asking. I love that you want to. I know, it makes you wanna look at them when you sort through. It makes you want to look at them. You're right. That's.
Do we put a title for the middle part?
I
This
think
has-
that would be a
this has,
great idea if you can think of a
yeah,
title to put on the
well,
middle
it's-
Put that
part.
straw line and put it
Yeah,
on.
well,
Animal. Should we write our titles
Yes.
now?
Yes,
That's
I
a
think
good
y'all are
idea.
ready to write your titles.
I can do this one.
Let me get a marker for you.
Our marker smells like strawberries.
Here's one like blueberries.
Taste it.
Taste it.
Do they taste like
Don't
strawberries?
taste it. Tastes good too.
I like blueberries.
I think you would enjoy
Does it taste like blueberries?
Don't put them in your mouth.
Yeah.
What's the blueberry
Put 'em
smell
in your
like?
mouth.
I love that great handwriting. You must have a really good handwriting teacher.
All right,
What
is
is
every-
animals and food?
And food.
Do you wanna give, oh, so you're gonna give a title to the middle one, that's good.
I don't know what that word is, but it doesn't look like our word.
And what was this? Nature and animals.
All right.
Very
Who would like to share their Venn diagram with
And you can
with
just
their
stand it
class?
where you are and do that, so you don't have to come up, just explain. Great job. Okay.
Go ahead, Drew.
We had, one side was, animals and food because we had half of a frog and, a dog and pickles there and a mouse and a fly and cake. And that one.
Mhm. And then this one was nature because there's lots of green in yards, and this one's about flowers. And this one was both because it has the butterflies for animals, but it's also in a yard, which is like nature.
That is, you did such a great job.
Good
I'm so
job.
proud of you. Awesome job. What did you
Very
guys
good
think? Do you have any
categories.
questions about them? Does anyone have any questions for them
What does
about what
nature
they did?
mean?
And snakes eat butterflies.
That is a good connection. Do you have a question, Zena?
Do you have a
I forgot my
question?
question.
Oh, okay.
What does nature mean?
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Can anybody tell us what nature means?
It's like being outside, and there's grass, and sometimes there are bugs.
That's
It's
right.
like your backyard.
That is
Okay.
part of nature.
Okay. Anything else before we move on? Okay, great. So our next team, we have Kelsey and Charlie.
Ours is almost like theirs. We have ours are outside and hands and fingers, because the first book we saw had lots of fingers.
And
Yeah, big
toes,
toes.
a big toe,
Toes.
but I meant for Brent to swap.
Oh, our books are small. So we found lots of books that had stuff like outside, the rabbits outside, and the ball, and that water thing.
A shower.
What a
It's a
shower
fire
is a-
hydrant.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And then we have this one that has fingers. And this one. And this one. His is really small. You have to look really close, but you'll find his.
Oh,
Good observation.
Good, yes.
And then, you want to talk about our.
So, 2 of our books fit in both categories, so we put those in the middle.
Because they're outside hand fingers.
Oh.
Not.
That is true. You're right. You're right. Great connection. Do you guys have any questions for them? About what they did?
Great.
I know
Great
you're
job,
curious
everybody.
about it, so I can tell.
I wanna read the book.
I know. Well, you're gonna get to do that next.
Yes, next, what we're gonna do is a little, paired reading, you all are gonna get to each choose one book that you're really became interested in and want to read. And, yes, if you'd like, you can choose something off of one of the other person's other group's diagram. And, Miss Summers is gonna go over our paired reading rules.
Remember, you're gonna choose a book. That's the easiest part sometimes, unless you can't make your mind up. Once you've chosen your book, remember, we're gonna have a conversation that you listen to who is speaking. We're gonna take turns. You guys did such a good job with that already. And we're only gonna talk about the book. We won't be talking about what we're doing tomorrow, or anything like that. We're just gonna talk about our books. We're gonna listen to what others say, and we're gonna share connections, and of course we'll ask questions if we're confused. One of you, when the person's holding the book, the other person will be checking and listening for what is said. So one person, the person who's not holding the book, will hold the checks for understanding. It says,
I just heard you read. And then if somebody is reading something, you know, like that sounds like an important point, you can repeat it back again. I just heard you read. Did we read something important? And all those understanding questions of why, how, where, when, who, what, asking all those kind of questions just to see if you're understanding what your partner's reading.
and we also have a sheet too, right before you read. Let's think about, it says, what I think about when I read the title. And the title of the book that we selected is
What Magnets Can Do.
So on our sheet, you're gonna write down the title of the book, what magnets do. You put your title here, and what you think about. You can draw a picture of what it makes you think about, or some words. I would go ahead and I would be thinking about what is a magnet. When I was reading that, and I was thinking, oh, magnets are shaped like a horseshoe. I could write those things here. And any other words you want to do, you can do that before you read the book. And did you want to read first?
Yes. And remember, our paired reading is you're sitting next to each other, kind of elbow to elbow, knee to knee. That way, your partner can read along with you. So we'll just read a couple pages for you, and just to model how you do it. All right. Why are these nails sticking to this bar?
I just heard you read that nails are sticking to a bar.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the picture and I'm wondering, I'm thinking nails don't usually do that. So I'm thinking maybe the nails are sticky or they have glue on them. I'm not really sure.
So let's find out. Maybe it gives us some more important information on the next page.
So I'm thinking how.
I'll show you guys at the same time how we would do it. They aren't glued on. You'd expect them to fall down. They stick to the bar because the bar is a magnet. A magnet is a piece of metal that can attract another piece of metal. So then you can kind of look together with the pictures and the words.
And we did read
determine
something very
information.
important. It helped us discover, I found out how they were stuck, they weren't glued on, that the bar was a magnet. And I found out that the magnet is a piece of metal that can attract another piece of metal. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like me to read another page, or do you think that they are ready? Do you think you guys are ready to choose your books?
I think we've kept them in suspense. He's dying to read about the toe book, so we'll let them go ahead and.
Make sure to ask the group that, you know, if it's okay if you choose that book. Y'all can each choose a book.
Can I have the
A
toe
book or
book?
two.
No.
Yeah, why don't we
Teacher.
I'm just trying to
Yeah, good job working that out. Good job working that out yourselves.
Do you want
If you read, I can write.
Do you want me to
Okay.
read and you write?
What's it called?
It's
I'm
called
gonna go check
The
our
Big
boundary
Toe.
line and check it.
It's called what?
By June Mel's or
Yeah, we've already got 19
Do I
minutes.
need a question mark?
enjoy.
Um,
How?
it's one of those with the line and the circle.